evening, and thank you for joining us. On this day, in the year 1598, Jacopo Peri, famed Florentine writer and composer, introduced an art form that would change the entertainment world and continue to bore the living daylights out of children for centuries to come. Ballet practice! Sorry, I guess I fell asleep. Joining us live through the mystical, magical time waves is the opera man himself, Mr. Jacopo Peri. Hello, Jackie.
Hello, Marco, and thank you.
So, tell us, Jackie, what is it that makes opera so incredibly boring? Okay, let me rephrase that. Do you think opera would be less boring if you added some big explosions and maybe some cute puppies? Whoa, we got a live one here. So tell me about this opera of yours, Daffy.
It's Daphne.
Daffy, right, like the duck.
No, Daphne.
Right, so what's that all about?
Well, it's a piece about Apollo's love for a nymph named Daphne. Our intention is to revive the works of Greek antiquity. Marco!
Oh, no! Oh, sorry. I have sleeping sickness. Sure. Tell us in your own words, Jackie, what is opera?
Well, it's very much like a performance with music, only the actors engage in recitatives.
What?
Recitatives, talking with a melody. Speak singing, if you will.
Mr. Perry, may we finish our interview in recitative whois?
I suppose, if you want to.
Yes, of course I would, sir. Oh, do you think that opera would be better if you set the stage on fire?
No, that's utterly insane. You must be crazy in the brain.
But do you think that opera would be more entertaining if you drop a screen in front with a cartoon?
What cartoon?
Pokemon!
No cartoons!
Do you think you could write an opera about a famous traveler from Venice who's fantastically remarkable and cute?
That's utterly ridiculous.
Not really, that's ridiculous.
That's utterly preposterous.
You say utterly too much.
If you don't ask a decent question, I shall have to leave.
Please don't leave.
I shall leave.
Leave.
I shall leave.
Leave.
Well then, good day.
Okay, good day.
I said good day.
Okay, good day.
I mean good day.
I know good day. Good day.
Good day. Good day. Good day.
Jackie? Okay, that was awesome.
Bewildering plots, exotic locations, foreign lyrics, spectacular music, and yes, temperamental singers and conductors. This is the world of opera. Most thrilling art form of them all, one where all of human life and emotion are on display. Music fuses with words to create stories of love, betrayal, revenge, sorrow, passion, tragedy, and comedy, to create the stirring and most magical world of Italian opera. The man who composed its first undisputed masterpiece was Claudio Monteverdi. Fashion at the time was for extravagant courtly entertainments using speech, songs, and dance. These were going to provide the basis for something entirely new. In the late 1590s, a group of Florentine intellectuals got together and tried to find a way to combine music and drama. They wanted to return to the classical Greek and Roman idea of theater, of declamation. But what they wanted to achieve with the music and this declamation was something more expressive, more powerful, more emotional. Inspired by these ideas, Monteverdi used the Greek myth of Orpheus and created one of the first examples of what was to become a new art form: opera. Orpheus himself is a singer, so of course his story fitted perfectly with the idea of having a completely sung drama. He uses his musical powers at the gates of Hades to bring his wife back from the dead. Introducing his first character, the character named Music, or the spirit of music, if you like. perfectly shows this marriage of speech and music. Io la musica son, chi ai dolci accendi. There's no real pulse in the music, it's just free. So far tranquillo ogni turbato cuore. Just a few chords and, yes, almost spoken word, recitativo, or in English, recit. That's the shorthand we use. This sung speech was the revolutionary idea that created opera, telling a story and developing characters. The word opera didn't really exist yet. This was called a favola, a fable, if you like, a story. A pivotal moment is when the messenger tells Orfeo that his wife has died. Here Monteverdi creates a very special atmosphere and will, at the same time, move us deeply.
When Orfeo discovers that his wife has been bitten by a snake,
Oimè, che modo.
He reacts with shock, he freezes, and his musical lines freeze too.
La tua bella Euridice, oimè, la tua diletta sposa. It was Venetian mercantile wealth that led to the next big development in opera. With all this money around, opera went commercial, and in 1637 the very first public opera house was opened. And it was around this time that the word opera, which means literally work or opus, came into use to describe the new art form. It was for the commercial stage in 1643 that Monteverdi wrote his final masterpiece, The Coronation of Poppaea. It was highly unusual for the time because he based it on a true story. This is an opera about the Emperor Nero, for all intents and purposes a serial killer, and his affair with the ambitious courtesan Poppaea. The sadistic Nero is being played by a woman, but in Monteverdi's time the leading man was sung by a castrato, a vocally gifted man who had been castrated before puberty, which left him with an ethereal but often powerful unbroken voice, the fashionable sound of the day.